Hey, everybody, this is Hazen Fields II.
I'm Lex.
And I'm Trey. Happy holidays!
Happy holidays!
That's right. This is the Various Fields, Various Holidays special, I guess we're calling it.
And this is Philip.
And that's Philip. That's right. He's a little thin, but he's we're and I don't know, did you just kill the skeleton? He's all right. Hang in there.
Is he alive?
Oh, my.
Can you bring him back?
Oh, my goodness.
He's gone.
We're having a funeral from the undead. But anyway, we are just mentioning all of those things around this time of year. We've mentioned this before. When we are filming or taping or however you want to call it, it's actually about 8 weeks before the days that we're really celebrating. So we just like to tell the truth about it. But so we came up with the idea of saying, well, let's talk about the holiday season. There's a lot of conversations that can be had with this. So you'll see representation of all the things that are happening around. This should be October, late October, November, December, January. And all those things will be happening. And let's find out, let's talk about it. So we got, let's all call them out. Of course, we know...
Christmas.
Christmas is one that pops
Halloween is the one we're closest to.
Yeah, Halloween has not happened yet as of today.
Yeah, we also have Hanukkah.
Hanukkah, Diwali, as I understand.
Yeah, and we also have Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa is there. We also...
New Year's, I guess, New Year's.
New Year's. Happy New Year's.
Are we just going through a list of all the holidays?
Yeah, but no. I mean, we're talking about around this season. This is the season. This is the holiday season. Because there's a lot of talk about it. There are some people that will say, we're not allowed to say Merry Christmas anymore, and we're going to prove you all wrong. Everybody say on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Merry Christmas. And no one came after us. We can also say happy. We can also say, but we can also say Happy Holidays. 1, 2, 3. Happy Holidays. And we can say Happy Kwanzaa. We can say Happy Hanukkah. We can say whatever we want because we're free to speak and also try our best to respect. And this is our way of paying tribute to all those holidays are there. You see the lights in front of us there that kind of represents Diwali, to my understanding, maybe a little bit of Hanukkah.
Hanukkah, I guess.
Yeah. So we're trying to.
We're trying.
We're trying to. And
we are trying here, people.
This is Various Fields. So these are various holidays.
Various holidays.
Right?
Yes.
All at once.
All at once
right?
at the same time.
Find yourself in some of it.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Celebrate all of it.
There's a conversation that can be had. All right, we can go through each thing. I don't quite think Halloween is a holiday as yet, as such. I don't know if there's any opposing ideas on that.
I think it is a holiday. I just think it's just not as big.
I think it's not official because no one has taken off for Halloween.
Is that right?
It might be. Well, actually, why do you not think it's a holiday?
Well, a holiday in of itself has always been something that was considered to be connected to something that people might have said a deity of sorts. But I guess there is some argument as to how Halloween could be associated with that or something special in the community or culture. But I will admit that more and more I see people gravitating towards it.
Yeah.
With the same kind of spectacular presentations in the homes, and I dare say even more spectacular than Christmas in certain cases.
People definitely, I feel like more recently like Halloween more than Christmas because I feel like also it's like a certain age thing now. So like now before it was like Halloween was meant just for kids, but I think now people kind of like, oh, you can dress up as like adults or older now and then like have kind of parties and it's more like a college age thing. But I think it's more like, I don't know, I guess first off, there's technically two versions of holidays because you have holidays and you also have like the British holidays, which is I'm just taking vacation. But also like I think it's one of those things where it's like if it's I guess if it's annually celebrated, because I think there's like more like an American holiday, if that makes sense, versus a religious celebration. You know what I mean?
All right.
Well, so the AI says that Halloween has its origin as an ancient Celtic festival called Samhain, which is celebrated around the time of the fall equinox and winter solstice. The festival marked the end of the harvest season and the beginning of the winter, and was believed to be a time when the spirits of the dead returned to visit the living. So at one point in time, it was more of a holiday, as we would traditionally call it, than it is now. Now it's more of a festive time to celebrate just the jolly merriment of people dressing up in costume.
That's why Philip's here.
But Halloween, and as we might as well progress through the holidays as we know them. With the idea of Halloween, the thing I always find interesting is that people's fascination with fear.
Yeah.
There are people that want to be frightened or like to be frightened. Now, I'm not suggesting that Halloween in of itself represents fright as much as some version of entertainment with that which is fear. But, there are people that like to go see,
Scary movies.
Scary movies. I'm not,
Some people like roller coasters too. Is that out of fear or is that thrill?
that's thrill. I think that's more
thrill.
I think it's a different interpretation. I think it's just that any version of something that gives you like a heightened version of stimulus, like a dopamine kind of reaction. So you can be excited to be afraid, but it's like really like it puts a little shock into you and like
Put a shock to your system.
Put a shock to your system.
Yeah, so to me, you see, I don't quite understand being afraid as much as I do. I don't like being startled. I'm sorry. Thank you, Philip. I'm sorry. I am eek, and eek. Oh God. Okay.
He's dejected.
Now, if this spills on us, that would be frightening. Anyway, but yeah, there's a fascination with being afraid. People like like you said, movies and books. Stephen King, that's his whole career.
Yeah.
Primarily, isn't that right?
I would say so. I don't think there's anything super strange about it. Like, I guess to me, it's your relation with comfort. I would imagine, like, not the more comfortable you are, but like, I feel like if you've gone through a lot, you probably don't want to be scared too often.
Yeah, or it probably won't have the same effect. I think it's kind of like just another version of just like living experiences that you're not normally used to.
I've also heard, especially if we go a little bit into the fear thing, but also with a lot of things that's more popular now are what's a crime, real crime?
Yeah.
shows. Those-
Real crime shows, a lot of those.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's the name for the actual genre. It's escaping me. Right. True crime.
True crime.
That thing, but I've also heard that a lot of people get into that now because apparently it gives them a more sense of control, actually, because it's true crime.
Wow.
But then it's like the idea of experiencing true crime, understand all this stuff, but you're safe at home, and you kind of go through some of the experiences, but being like, oh, I could have done this, I would have done this, or other people like, oh, I can't believe that's out there, but I'm safe home, and there's a little of that juxtaposition.
Right.
Like before, if you only witness it, you only witness through the fear. So that's one of the smaller. It's like a side study that they've kind of done. Where like that's half the reason why some people watch it, and maybe they don't do it intentionally throughout that way, but like it's like you feel like you can be close to it without being close to it. So yeah, there's a little more comfort that brings you. Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. So when I was a kid, we grew up with the trick or treating.
Mm-hmm.
And right now in our neighborhood, but I think we're devoid of a lot of kids in our neighborhood. Plus, to be quite
The children.
No. I think all our kids grew up. You guys were the kids, you know.
No, I know.
I understand.
You know,
I mean, we also had like we have a lot of different hospitals in our area too. So like, I don't know if it's the same area.
Yeah. Well, I think what's happened is, at least when I was growing up, my mother was absolutely adamant about checking the candy because there was a lot of urban legends and or truths about candy being, tainted and I don't want to say over the interwebs, as you say, all of the atrocities people might do with fruit. Apparently, my mother would say things like, "Don't take apples."
Because of the razor blades hidden inside of them.
Well, I just said we were not going to talk about that because I was trying my best to be a little.
Well, people are aware of them. I mean, like,
Are they?
I would say some. Like,
All right.
I mean,
Well,
that's a kind of a common trope at this point.
Yeah,
but I will
exactly.
say, also, did you celebrate Halloween?
Well,
Because we weren't allowed to for a little bit.
well, we didn't. I don't think you were not allowed to celebrate as
It was
much.
the devil's holiday.
No. Well,
yeah, that's how you sold it to us.
That's what you told
well,
us.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you see,
But did you celebrate it?
Well, no.
This is lore.
As a kid, we didn't celebrate it as much as we went trick or treating.
Everyone else?
But you got to understand, it was in a church household. It was very interesting.
Finding out
how-
live now on various videos.
Don't do what I did in the past, kids.
No. You see,
The horror.
Here's the thing. As I grew up, and in the church, I was a real big church boy growing up, and it was a whole thing of the devil. You don't let your children do anything with. And I really, I wanted to make sure you guys were safe from any spiritual harm.
Mm-hmm.
So celebrating that which I thought might have, helped the occult type things, I tried to keep away, that kind of. But quite frankly, I think I've told you guys, as I've gotten older, I'm not as, strong on that as I once was.
Well, that helps
but
now.
No, I know, but
Can't go trick or treating.
But you guys went. We went on trick or treat. You did a couple of trick or treats. Don't make the people think that I'm just.
not at all.
No, but I'm going. You're exposing this to the
it's
people.
not that. I mainly remember doing trick or treating in the church. I don't remember.
We did trick or treat.
We did a couple. We went to like in Heritage Village in Guilderland. We had a couple.
There you go.
You guys always do this
Right?
to me.
No,
because it's like when I asked like, hey, did we go anywhere or something like that? Mom was like, you guys went over, but you were a babe. I went to Paris. I went everywhere. Apparently.
I don't remember.
I don't know, but
No one went to Paris.
Every time I'm asked, I don't remember this. They're like, you were a baby.
Well, you were a baby. I
don't remember anything.
But it's not to say that it didn't happen.
I don't remember. I didn't know.
You were probably like 3 to 5.
How am I supposed to remember?
All right, listen. All right, look.
I think.
All right. I make a promise to you. You guys want to go trick or treating this on the 31st?
No.
Come on.
No.
But
No.
Why is it too old? Why?
Yeah.
We said you're
I'm sorry.
I said adults now.
If you're occupying with a child, us ourselves would not be able to walk door to door
grown black men to show up at someone's house
in the middle of the night dressed
with
up
masks.
as a scary person.
We're saying trick or treat.
We want to take your stuff.
All right. Okay.
Next holiday.
Now you're making me feel bad. That I
think the trick's more on us.
I am. You see, no, but we that's what a lot of churches struggled with that because they tried to combine that which was slightly spooky to harvest and all these different things because they didn't want the kids to go without. So you could come dressed up as friendly characters. Was the thing that was used. But I'm sorry if I've taken away. It's like I don't know how to apologize for it.
No, it's fine.
But I thought we did.
I just legitimately did not remember. I only ever remember.
I got a film of you guys doing the Halloween march in your school.
That's not cool.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I don't remember ever going trick or treating from day to door, and that's not going to happen. I'm saying at this point, from that point in time when I at least had cognizance, I always remember doing it in the church.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's not to say that we haven't done trick or treating on our own times because you've been with a couple of friends once or twice. And I've done a couple of.
Wait a minute, y'all did some sneak trick or treat?
No, I think
we've even told you a couple of times. We either went with the Burks at one point in time.
Oh yeah.
I told you about it.
Okay, all right. All right. Anyway.
All right. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, moving on.
A very Fields expose right here. The trauma that was the Fields family.
Spooky.
All right, but in any case, that was Halloween.
Right. And we're very thankful for our experience. That's a quick little transition, a little segue.
As we go from Halloween, then we go into another spooky holiday.
Thanksgiving?
Depending upon how you look at it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
wow.
But you know what we're thankful for?
What's that?
Our viewers. So please remember to like and subscribe and put all the buttons and comment on your favorite holiday.
Hey, listen, thanks to you guys, we're up to 82 subscribers. Yes, indeed.
It's scary good.
Yeah, very good. You listen, and thank you for giving us the opportunity for coming into your homes and you guys just being such a delight. Please continue to comment because that's how we know what you feel about stuff. Hey, we're going to give a special shout out. Wait, what was that?
That's how we know. If you like more... if you like more subjects like this one, we could talk more about holidays. Maybe in the next one, maybe in the next year. We'll expound more on the things we don't know about other holidays, or you want to just hear more about our childhood trauma. Please let us know.
And listen, also Also, we're starting to get some of various fields merch. I guess we're saying merch instead of the word merchandise, which again goes back to my idea.
Forgot. Yeah, you really don't like abbreviations.
I'm like, I don't understand. Well, how long does it take to say merchandise? But
Apparently, it's 2 more syllables longer than merch.
but anyway, we have a good friend of ours. Can you got the hand clap thing
Yes,
going there? We got a good
absolutely.
friend, Paul Rudnick. He's been a really great supporter. He's one of the people that's got one of the very first Various Fields polo shirts that includes the Various Field logo and the Various Fields name on the back of your shirt. You and your friends can go out and be fashionable with Various Field gear. So make sure you get yours right away. But in any case, would you kill Philip again?
No,
Oh,
I didn't
my
mean
goodness.
to.
Broke his funny bone.
Oh, well done.
No, I mean, that's what it was.
Okay.
Like literally the elbow.
Okay.
Round of applause.
All right, let's get to Thanksgiving, please. High five.
Okay.
I had to live with this. All right, so now
So Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Interesting. We're coming around there. That brings us to America.
It does.
It does because Thanksgiving is a lot of times. I'm gonna tell you what's happened with. I think I've been culturally conditioned like Pavlov's dog
To like turkey?
to turkey.
Oh.
No, I promise you. No, I promise you. We just made like 2 days making turkey wings at the house.
Oh,
Delicious, by the way.
nice.
But it seems like it's either the falling of the leaves around this time. It's like I want turkey,
It's turkey time.
and in fact, I'm gonna have more turkey when I get home. So by the time Thanksgiving comes, I'm turkeyed out, and so I can eat, casually.
One
That's
could
someone
say
telling me.
you gobble it up.
Yes.
Oh, wow, actually got no, don't laugh at that.
Yeah, you know what?
It's more important.
See, I was agreeing with you. Literally, one would say that. One would say.
Meant to be a bad. Surprised I got that.
But yes, that was pretty good. That was really
Okay.
good. We like puns here at the Various Fields. But anyway, where was I? Where did I just lost my spot?
No, you're saying you like turkey.
You were
I like turkey. Yeah,
you're culturally conditioned to enjoy turkey.
right. Yeah,
Just like most of America.
But what happens is it seems that for some reason just around this time of year I want turkey.
I mean, that makes sense a little bit. I think there's a little bit of like actual like I was going to say like science to it, but there are certain things that are, I guess, in season because then like everyone there's the pumpkin thing, so now pumpkin spice is popping in the fall and apples. So there's certain foods that are in season. I think turkey's a more hearty food, so it's a little warmer. So you eat things that are associated for warm while you're like it's colder. I think it makes a little bit of sense.
Like I know other people that also eat like duck and rabbit for Thanksgiving too.
Yeah.
But like I think generally like the turkey is.
That's if you had money.
All right.
Well, how expensive is rabbit?
What?
Oh,
We've never had Rabbit.
no.
Except his nickname is Rabbit. Anyway.
Exposed.
Okay.
Expose.
But anyway, here's the thing. In reference to Thanksgiving, not to go down this road, but
Not to go down this rabbit hole.
Yes, it is rabbit hole. But the creation of it, how it came to be. Look in your history books, research it. Oftentimes, we have some people that will romanticize an event that really did not happen the way people have recorded it. And oftentimes, as you dig deeper into the history, it's clearly more tragic than we have. At least when I learned in school.
Well, what I remember is a whole bunch of pilgrims came over, and then while they were also in community of Native Americans. They all shared the food, and they all communed together to share food, and they all ate together happily in peace, and nothing ever.
That's what the picture said.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
what the
saying,
picture
if you
said.
think about the history of how colonialization happens, that makes sense.
Well,
Wow.
Well,
All right,
yeah.
Sarcasm included if people don't.
I got you.
It's
I got
not
For the sake, please read up on your history, study
was
everything
very
for yourself, right? I'm just going to give you what the AI overview is on Google.
Okay,
right?
here we go.
Native American harvest rituals. Before Europeans arrived, Native Americans celebrated the harvest with rituals and dance, such as green corn dance of the Cherokee. All right, moving forward. Europeans Thanksgiving service. Europeans held Thanksgiving services in North America before 1621. The Wampanoag and Pilgrim Feast, including the Newfoundland in 1578, Jamestown in 1610, and Maine in 1607. The Wampanoag Pilgrim Feast in 1621. The Wampanoag people and the English colonists known as Pilgrims share a harvest feast. In what is now Plymouth, Massachusetts. This event is known as the first Thanksgiving, though the term was not used at the time, right? And then the first recorded religious Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving is at Plymouth. It was in 1623 when the colonists gave thanks for the rain after a drought. So, yeah.
Well, what happened? They don't mention how those who colonized that area wiped out the Native Americans from the region.
That's true.
Yeah, so that's that could very well be a thanks-taking, and
or no, thank you.
No, thank you. So there's a lot of things, and however, I think it's important for us to, as Americans, acknowledge, and recognize those things that are true, and some things that are true are not very pretty. But then we can extrapolate from that to our own families now, and in commemorating those things which were horrible. But for our families at this moment in time, we can look at what we're thankful for amongst our families, while at the same time, remembering those who lost their families during this time of year.
Yeah.
That thereby giving us an opportunity to say thanks.
Indeed.
There are people who are people of faith, to God, to the universe. Those people have different, beliefs, and we can be thankful for all of our resources that we have, the things that we have, the food and stuff like that.
Right. Which, in I guess its own right, talks about how holidays do change over time. Because that's the difference, where it's like, even though we acknowledge the history that was, if not redacted, try to be hidden away. But that we understand it, and we still try our best to take in what is the good around it. Much like a lot of things in America, where you like the truth in itself, usually not very good. Yeah, not very good, not depicted clearly, but also holding up the ideas and values of what the things are supposed to be.
Right.
Sometimes have their own use.
Right. Yeah. It's
complicated.
It's complicated. Very good. That's where I was going to go. Being in this country and being a person of color particularly, there's a lot of negotiations that you have to make with history in order for you to basically stay sane, otherwise if you because in order for you to appreciate what you have, sometimes you almost have to have some version of amnesia about what used to be. So therefore you almost try to, I'll bury it, I won't think of it at the moment. But I think that does a disservice to us as a community, as the people who have suffered for that. But that's what I think what happens is, America has almost to force itself into some kind of historical truth amnesia.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think America has at this point America has its own mythology at this point.
Indeed. Indeed.
Both around the holidays that are supposed to be from something else, and then also just around its own lore.
Yeah, and creation. Yeah, that's right.
It's own mythology.
Yeah, like George Washington, when he cut down the cherry tree, he said to his parents that he could not tell a lie. Did you guys get that story as a kid?
I did,
but I never think that was actually true.
No, it's not. But what I'm saying, when I was a kid,
that was what was told to you as truth.
It wasn't considered so much folklore, but as pretty much as like it was a story that was, you couldn't necessarily, refute it or anything like that, or track it down. But it had been said so many times that it was given to be true.
Gotcha.
And so therefore, as a child, you did, all those things that I just said, you just basically, like he cut down the cherry tree and his father said it was okay because he told the truth. So that's how you.
Which is a wild story. Like on its own, like why is that a story of like something that'd be honored in my mind? Like
dignity of America.
I guess.
Cannot tell a lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, probably it gives it a stamp.
I guess it's always just been scary to me.
Yeah, so
Like that, if I came home and there was just an axe in my hand, I was like, I can't lie. I feel like that would be kind of terrifying.
Well, not you, but your brother kind of did that. Can I
Oh my
suppose?
God, you cut down a cherry tree?
No.
What did I do?
All right. Well, can I tell you something that you did, and you did a good thing in a very rough way that I remembered for many years. It's how we got a new door. Years and years ago.
Oh, yeah. I remember. I remember.
When my
All right.
son-
So, like, okay, so I don't recall. Okay.
You want to defend yourself with this?
Not even,
Go ahead,
not even
go
a
ahead.
defense. It was like more of a I'm trying to remember exactly why I did this, but I was like I could not be home at that moment, right?
Nice.
I knew for a fact that the parents weren't home, and I had no way of communicating that I was going to be home. I don't know if I was like I tried to call.
You were probably like 9 or 10 or
something like that. I was unable to call them. I was unable to reach them. Right. So what I decided to do is like let them know that I wasn't going to be home by carving out a message on the door, right, with my key, right.
Oh,
Yeah. So
I forgot about that. I was there for a while.
yeah, like, it was there for a while.
It
Right?
was there forever.
Until we got a new door, so not forever.
New door. But so in that sense, as a father, what do you do? Yes, he did leave a message. Scratched into our door.
It was just the paint.
And there you have it. And this is why the George Washington story plays out. The father saw the chopped out cherry tree kid with an axe. He's going, I guess I can't kill him because
So that's it. Well, imagine if Trey had an axe.
yeah, that's it. But I'm not.
At least I would have been able to get inside and use the phone. But
Yeah. Well, you guys have done.
I think that's actually prompted us with getting a cell phone. So you're welcome.
No.
You get there.
It's possible. It's quite possible. But as we trickle down the road of holidays, I think we've. Well, let's go back to Thanksgiving. What's your memory of Thanksgiving in reference to your family?
Oh, we have a tradition when we usually go down every single year to see our family in the city. The 5 boroughs, Bronx, Brooklyn, Jersey included. No, not
okay, all right.
Jersey included. I'm just saying.
That's
right?
cities.
Yeah.
That's Jersey.
Like Jersey. No one's called that a borough ever.
Well, go on.
Yeah. We before her passing, we used to visit our grandmother. We used to call her Nana. All right, and all the Fields family would just join there whenever they could make it, whoever could make it at the time. All right, and we would put 2 tables together, maybe 3, maybe even 4. Right, usually one table aside for the kids, and we would all sit down together, have Papa be at the front, top of the table. Sorry.
Not at the top of the table, head of the table.
Head of the table. No,
Top of the table is something different.
Sorry. So at the head of the table, all right, he's like, all right, everyone, settle down. We're about to we'll go around the table. Tell me what you're all thankful for. And then we will all just go around and just say, I'm thankful for this, thank you for that. And we're usually just celebrating each other and the time that we're spending as a family, right? Obviously, as years have gone by and as we all have gotten older, we've all, moved on, but we've still kept that tradition in our hearts, and we've always tried to keep up with that same tradition by, moving it to different locations, right? Even in the passing of the grandparents, right? We still hold them true to our heart and carry them with us every single year. So we're thankful for that. We're thankful for the tradition. We're thankful for family.
What do you remember? Because
You covered it.
No, but I kind of forget that 4 years, for you might be a little bit different.
No, I think the reason why I said it that way is because, like, I feel like you covered it in just a very wholesome way. So also there's a lot within it, but there's also just that was the tradition. So everything's within it. I mean, there are things I remember, I guess maybe moments, but this is weird. There are moments that I remember of like certain things, of like just talking to cousins, or we record certain things, or like we always did songs, we always sang together. Usually some version of a gospel songs, or a co-opted version of a gospel song where there was the music stayed the same, but we changed the lyrics for fun, or that we did certain games, or we acted certain things out. We had a lot of things that we did both through Thanksgiving. Usually, I think was the bigger one, and then Christmas at the same time. But I do think the thing that, weirdly enough, for the traditions I remember the most that are more family traditions, that felt unique to the family, is we did have a birthday tradition that I liked a lot, which we always had scheduled surprise birthdays, which is very fun. Which would be someone's birthday. We would always, especially if it was closer to the holidays, we'd all be over, and then and the person would know because we do this every year for everybody on their birthday, but we take someone and be like, hey, I mean, I had to do it for Uncle Danny one time. I'm like 12 at the time. Uncle Danny's at least probably like 40 at the time. I have to they're like, let's go take Uncle Danny's room so we can set up so he doesn't know. And not only do I know that he knows that I know, and we all know that the family knows. But I still have to play out that I have to get him away from what he's doing so that he doesn't see it. And he still has to play out that a kid can take him away from doing what he's doing.
Right.
So I'd be like, no, Uncle Danny, don't worry about all that over there. What's it like being an uncle?
right.
Something like that. And then you wait a time, and then eventually someone will grab you like, hey, you guys come over. And they'll be like, surprise, it's their birthday. That was very awesome. That felt very unique to our family. And the second thing, which I'm not sure if it was like a tradition, but it felt like it became a tradition, which is we commemorated or put a certain level of like skill or honor to arguing. Where like
go on.
It just feels very specific to our family. That happened a lot on Thanksgiving, where their topic would come out, we would argue, and then if you got involved in an argument, we would handle it kind of respectfully, but also we weren't allowed to back out the argument. So if you didn't make a point, we'd be like, hey, if you came to argue.
No. Listen, hold on a second. I don't think it was an argument. I think it was a debate. You know, but it was my family was we were absolutely spirited debaters.
Yes.
There's a joke in there that I won't go there. But we
masters of the craft.
Yeah, right. Indeed. but we would actually, in reference to the young people listening to our idea as a family, my family grew up. If you have an opinion, and you have a thought, we want you to be able to articulate it.
Yes.
We don't want you to be able to, we don't want you, my father's favorite word, once again, was dialogue. And we want you to be able to say what's on your mind. Because too many people in this country, even now, their opinions are shut down by those who have stronger voices. So they will surrender, their opinion to that of someone who they believe's opinion is greater. And our whole idea was to say, your opinion counts. You have influence. So therefore, stand your ground. As they say now, you have all 10 toes standing on what you believe. That way, that was a training.
Standing on business.
Standing on business. So that's how we train that. We believe that helps you in spirited debates as well as public speaking.
Right. A lot of our games were about public speaking. And it was like radio show, telephone, right? We did a lot of things to kind of like not just engage for entertainment, but engage for the sake of engagement and maintaining the idea of kind of like keeping up with an idea or thought.
No, I wasn't dismissing it.
No.
We go through a lot of plots. We go through a lot of we go through a lot of discussions and plays. Plays as well. Like, just if we were going to be a character, make it believable, make it maintain that character until this gets done.
We have a family of theater kids, essentially.
Yeah, basically we did improv. Basically, we did improvisational games at our home. My mom would tell us, okay, baby, you play someone stuck in the elevator and the other person come in here and they being stuck in the elevator at the same time. So y'all both stuck in the elevator on the 5th floor. All right, let's see it. And we'd watch two individuals who, my family, my sisters and myself.
Whether they wanted to or not, because Nana said it.
Yeah, Nana said it. But my sisters and myself, this was called Tuesday for us. So we'd get up and do it. Okay, no problem. Yeah. We could improv a scene. And we didn't know we were improving the scene. We didn't know it was improvisation. We didn't think of it as theater. We just thought of it as family fun. And we did that all the time, not realizing that later on, as some of us got into theatrical things, like, oh my gosh, we did that. So people were scared to portray things. We were never scared because I guess we were more interested in finding out who we were because we portrayed so many different characters.
That I know.
I became very existential all of a sudden.
Who am I? Am I a person stuck in an elevator? But anyway, so we did.
Be or not to be.
Yeah, very done. Well done.
Philip was great.
That's right. Anyway, so that kind of expresses why we're here today at various fields. That was my father's dream, was to be a broadcaster. But unfortunately, during the times that he grew up, being a black man in the 60s and stuff like that, he was born in the 20s, but as he was trying to pursue those different things, there weren't as many opportunities. There were those who were able to take those opportunities, but, But he had a wonderful voice and he was great. But anyway, we're kind of moving.
He had a wonderful voice and a wonderful gift.
Yeah.
And speaking of gifts.
Well done.
Getting good at this.
Excellent. Very good. Very good. Speaking of gifts, what are you saying to that, my friend?
The next holiday on, theoretically, the next holiday on, I guess, our American list is Christmas after Thanksgiving. Is there a holiday that we know in between?
Hanukkah.
What I'm saying is, I think Hanukkah is associated with the Christmas, with it, because isn't Hanukkah even on the 25th? Or
yes, it is.
That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm saying between the 25th.
You want to know if there's something before Christmas?
Yeah, before Christmas and Hanukkah at that time. Is there like one that we know?
Let's find out.
I don't know. Okay, yeah, but
give me such a look. As
okay, no. You know what?
There holiday between Halloween and Christmas?
He's Googling live. He's Googling live.
I'm sorry, not Halloween. Oh, you got me thinking on that. Yeah. Is there a holiday between Thanksgiving and Christmas?
Yeah, probably.
Ladies and gentlemen, we don't know nothing. And I'm telling you, we were actually doing this live. What is it?
It's at Hanukkah.
It's at Hanukkah. Now, here's the thing. Okay, so we all, now I shouldn't say obviously, but in our household, we never celebrated Hanukkah. We were very aware of it. But we got a chance to see, are we allowed to say that? Who were allowed to see the comedian that we just saw?
We're allowed to see John. Yeah, we saw Jon Stewart.
We saw Jon Stewart in the Palace Theater recently, and it was a wonderful thing. And he spoke a great deal about the contrast between Christmas and Hanukkah, and it was very well done. Very, very, and did someone look up exactly how Hanukkah is celebrated? I know it's the Festival of Lights, made famous by Adam Sandler and
Crazy Nights. The story of Hanukkah is about the Maccabees' rebellion against the Seleucid Greek Empire and the rededication of the Second Temple of Jerusalem. The Maccabees, led by the Matthias and his son Judas Maccabeus. The Maccabees were Jewish fighters who fought against the Seleucid kings. Please forgive me if I don't know how to pronounce this. And Antiochus the Fourth, Ephesians.
Ephesians? Where you at?
Ephenes?
Where we at?
Right there.
I would say Epiphanes.
Epiphanies?
Antiochus.
Okay.
Well, listen, and this is what you're getting live.
That's right, Nels. Don't cut it, even if it saves our dignity.
Listen, hold on a second. All of our friends who celebrate Hanukkah are probably going, "Oh my God, these guys are destroying our holiday all the more." And we apologize because we want to honor every holiday, even if we do it with a great deal of missteps. But we want to suggest that everybody should be able to say Happy Hanukkah to their friends during the season and learn about it. And that's what we should do. That's what Various Fields is actually doing here. We're telling you, if you don't know, find out why it's important to somebody else. We don't live in a world where it's all about Christmas. It shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be that. If it's Christmas for you, God bless you. Good.
Also, viewers, when you get the chance, please comment your favorite holiday movie or holiday special in general.
Oh, my God.
Because also one of the things that's fun, you know what's fun? Rugrats did a Hanukkah.
That's
Hanukkah
true.
Special. That was awesome. And also the more, I remember looking at it again recently, and it's also really well done for what is supposed to be a kid's movie.
Right.
And they actually get into it. It's really well done.
You see, when I was growing up, there was no such thing as a Hanukkah a movie or a Hanukkah cartoon. We didn't grow up that every year was
out. I just imagine they were popular.
I wouldn't say that. I would say that it didn't exist for a great deal of time in terms of its own special. I'm talking about during the time where I'm talking about the 70s. I'm talking about in the 70s where you were sure to see Rudolph. You were sure to see the Peanut special. You were sure to see all those claymation, kind of things in cartoons for Christmas, and I have, and that was it. So it clearly overshadowed, Hanukkah was always like, oh, okay, oh yeah, I forgot about that, and that, if you're an Americanized person who was, did not follow the
An
Judaism.
uncultured swine.
Uncultured swine, indeed. But we began to learn, and some of our Jewish brothers and sisters, they started on becoming more apparent on television, expressing that which we left out in American culture. And as we're finding out, we used to say that America was a melting pot, but we're learning more and more that that's an inaccurate version of describing it. And I like the idea of that America's a salad bowl. And all of the various things that are in the salad have its own flavor, but they add to the salad, So let us continue talking about holidays. And where are we going to?
That was so dumb.
Oh, really?
No,
Really?
it's not bad. I just legitimately didn't see that one coming.
No, really? Well, I didn't see it coming. It just landed, and I just said, "Let me take it." Anyway, so
That's what happens when you toss into your lap, right?
So also right after Christmas, we got 10 minutes. Wow, my gosh!
Christmas
What-
news.
Wow, okay, but I'm surprised that we
We have 10 minutes left.
We talk a lot.
Holy mackerel!
Wow.
Well, first of all, once again, please like, share, and subscribe. If you find this various holiday special to be something that you're interested in, please write down some of the things that you like, and if you like the cut of our jib. And even if you are interested in getting some various fields merchandise, please write it down. We're going to try to make that happen.
Cool.
All right. So here we are. We're talking about
We have the countdown beginning now. 10 minutes. Let's
10 minutes. Now we get now there's Diwali. Your wife explained that more to me a little bit. And
Holiday of Lights.
Holiday of Lights. While you're looking that, we're going to looking into that. We also talk about Kwanzaa. Now, Kwanzaa is more of a cultural holiday, and African Americans who live in this country, in America, celebrate Kwanzaa as, I guess you could say, a unification of those who are here who are African American. And it has 7 principles, and I'm going to quickly just go through there are 7 principles of Kwanzaa, and we have a lighting of candles for each day of Kwanzaa. And it's Umoja, which means unity, Kujichangalia, or self-determination, Ujima, or collective work
You're not
and
gonna be able to count all
responsibility,
those.
Ujama, or cooperative economics, Nia, or purpose, Kumba, or creativity, Imani, or faith. And, go ahead.
It's the origin of Kwanzaa.
Ah,
I hear about that since I was like 14.
all right.
I hear about like my later days.
Yeah.
Kid,
All right. Well. Let's look at it. Kwanzaa was started in the mid 1960s by Moalanda Karangi, a professor of African American Studies. Initially, Kwanzaa, and I'm probably
Messing up.
jacked that name up, and I should know it better. Initially, Kwanzaa was a way to unite African American communities after a series of riots, the Watts Rebellions, Watts riots, that had a huge impact in the predominantly black neighborhood of Watts, Los Angeles. The word Kwanzaa itself was adopted from the Swahili phrase Matunda ya Kwanzaa, which translates to first fruits. And so that's how it started. And I didn't become aware,
It's very young.
It's very young.
very.
But like anything else that's African American, people wanted to dismiss it. It's like, you can't have a holiday you just make up. Holidays have to be made up years before, and it's like, why? It's like, why do we, you can't have a celebration, and I remember in
That voice.
that voice.
No, it's like there's like that guy specifically. It's like, hey.
That guy always comes into he always gets to the house somehow or another. But anyway, I indeed say that, it's my sister is always making sure that we remember and celebrate Kwanzaa, because in our household, I would say we recognize, we observe, Kwanzaa but unfortunately, we grew up in the time, and this, before Kwanzaa was became popularized, and so we're still learning ourselves. So it's important for the African American community to combine, because even now, we're in this country now where there's still a great deal of marginalization of those who are of African American descent, and having something that unifies is very, very important. So remember to say Happy Kwanzaa, happy to some of your African American brothers and sisters,
If they celebrate it.
If they celebrate it,
Don't just say
and yeah, that's true too. Yeah,
Happy Kwanzaa, brother.
yeah. Please don't do that. That's true. Yeah, that could be uncomfortable. I will dial that back, but be aware of all these things. Okay, so as we progressed past Kwanzaa.
Well, you actually brought up Diwali. I thought you were going to move right over to New Year's,
go ahead,
because Diwali itself is actually celebrated on October 31st.
Oh, okay.
Right. So it's actually marks a 5-day festival in India, symbolizing the triumph of good over evil. Key rituals include Lakshmi Puja on the new moon, with festivities featuring diyas, rangoli, and worship of various deities. And I'm still learning it myself, so I've only celebrated a couple of times.
Because your wife?
Yeah.
I don't think people know.
Oh,
indeed. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, she is of that culture. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. So that people know. There's like like, why are you selling Diwali? That kind of thing.
Gotcha.
It makes sense for our audience. We're bringing them home. But I think we actually skipped over Christmas, didn't we?
We just went out of order. So
We went out of order.
Yeah.
All right. So Christmas.
Hooray!
Yay!
We know what
jingle
Christmas
bells, jingle bells. Yes, all these things that have been around. Christmas is the big one, and of course we. When I say the big one, the one that's not fair, but
No, it's fair. I would say it's fair only in the terms of we're coming from an American perspective. And the thing, unfortunately, that also gives a reason why certain holidays get a certain amount of attention is really just capitalism.
Yeah.
And Christmas is about gifts.
It's
So we're
all
not
about
saying when
capitalism.
it's a big
Well,
one, it's more, we're not saying it's a big one that it's better than other holidays.
Right.
Our America, the community, and the country treats it more. And it's because, again, Thanksgiving gets a commercial maybe, and hardly now. Like, the second it hits Halloween, all the commercials we get to do Christmas commercials, Christmas specials.
Well,
You get,
listen,
Thanksgiving, and then bam, marketing.
Yeah, I think
Listen.
the sports season has a longer marketing campaign than Thanksgiving itself.
Yo, that's the thing, because now it's been kind of co-opted to the same thing.
Well, look at this. Here I am. It is not October 31st yet, but I bought all of these different props: Halloween, Christmas, and New Year's at the Dollar Tree. Thank you, Dollar Tree. Today, so you could still have Christmas is being celebrated as we speak.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is. So of course we're talking about if you're a Christian, you're celebrating the birth of Christ.
Technically.
And technically, December 25th. Why'd you say technically?
Because isn't he like only born in April? Like that was something.
Oh, right. I got
he
you.
wasn't
Yeah,
actually
he was
born
born December
25th.
25th. Right. Yeah. Actually,
This is the thing.
No.
This is
no. I apologize.
No. Another thing that the church did just to make is basically set it on
that's
another pagan holiday, just to kind of
and
have them celebrate.
Right. And unfortunately, we was given bad information because when I grew up in church, there used to be a song that used to sing, and I promise you, this is a real song. It says, "When was Jesus born? It was the last month of the year. Oh, when was Jesus born? It was the last month of the year."
Oh, all right.
And he goes, "Was it January? No, February. No, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, the last month of the year."
I've never heard that before.
I promise.
Where is that in the
I've
hymn
never
book?
heard
It's probably in nobody's hymn book, but I promise you, there was a song. And anyone that knows that song, I kind of abbreviated because we got to go into New Year's, but that was a Christmas song. So Merry Christmas to all of our people, and of course, there's a lot of things
Buy
that
your children everything.
Yeah, and listen, and also, there's some spoiler alerts because we, as adults, we want to say this is also during the time where people come and bring gifts from the North Pole.
Oh, I don't know. It's a spoiler alert.
Well, because anyway,
I don't get it.
Santa Claus comes and brings.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
All right, okay. Anyway, we're moving forward.
I'm not understanding. What are you
Okay,
talking
never
about?
mind. I'll tell you later. We got 1 minute?
Yeah, just about.
Happy New Year! All right. Well, we want to say that 2025. We're celebrating the New
We
Year.
even do the countdown.
All right, everything
That's all
counts.
good.
Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let all the greatness be. Happy New Year's, Nels. That's right, Clarence. That's right, Clarence. Angel gets his wings. Anyway, that was Edward Gene Robinson and James Stewart. All right, listen, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a Various Fields Holiday Special. We're probably counting down. Boys, I love you throughout the year, no matter what the holiday. Nels, we love you as well, and we love all of you for watching Various Fields. The various holidays. So anything you want to say goodbye, boys?
Happy
Goodbye,
holidays.
boys.
Let's say Halloween. Halloween concert.
Celebrate the way you need to celebrate.
This is just right.
And this is just right. And please respect everyone's right to celebrate how they want to celebrate. Bless you all. You all have a good one.
All right.
See you later.
Bye.